So, pressure, right? Pressure, the Roblox game where you keep opening and opening doors until you finally reach the end. That's all it is, right? Wrong! Pressure is much more than it leads on, and it has deep lore to accompany the game's functions. This video will not be going too deep for time's sake. The entire story of the Pressure lore starts from a man named Mr. Shade, who founded a company in an unknown year that specialized in goods and services, weapons, and private security called Urban Shade. Urban Shade was made only with the intention of earning as much money as possible. In 1961, Urban Shade discovered an abyssal trench that went as deep as 76,400 studs. In the trench, from 67,320 studs and lower, they found a pressure shift that makes the water pressure in that specific area similar to normal, close to the surface water pressure. They also discovered that they had to use submarines equipped with jet engines that boosted 2,300,000 studs per hour in order to get through the veil, the line where the pressure shifted. This abyssal trench was named the Let Van Zone. Urban Shade decided to blacklist their find so that the public couldn't have access to the knowledge of it, and began building something that they named the Hadal Black Site. The Black Site was created to hold anomalies found by Urban Shade and hold confidential information that they could not risk being on the surface. The construction of it was done by convicts, which did indeed try to escape, though they never did make it out. This proved to be an issue because they had to get new convicts to replace the old ones, and instead came up with diving gear specifically created for the prisoners, PDG. They equipped the diving gear with a modified shotgun shell that targeted the wearer's neck. In case of an escape attempt, a guardsman or the HQ could flip a switch that killed the prisoner immediately. The PDG's creation helped prisoner escape attempts go down by 98%. In the middle of construction in 1967, a corpse that belonged to the god Thor was found, and they found that one of his finger bones emitted a bright light and was an incredible power source. They named this finger the Crystal. The construction of the Black Site was finally finished in 1974. In the Let Van Zone, they discovered life forms that were previously unknown. This includes the species Vultus luminaria, the angler, several variations of the angler, pandemonium, bottom feeder, and deep-sea bunnies. These findings were made during construction in 1962. Moving on further into the years, in 1979, an AI named Navi AI was constructed to assist with navigating the Black Site, helping employees find their way around the labyrinth. Over time, Navi gained several more skills, including surveillance, internal tram systems, log archival and storage, internal defense systems, external repellent systems, submarine transportation, and trench bleeder mining. Though, Navi is not limited to those abilities. Moving on to 2013, a man named Sebastian Solis was sentenced to death, being convicted for murdering 9 people. Though, before his execution, Urban Shade stepped in, snatched him, and declared him dead. They assigned him a maintenance job for underwater equipment. In early 2015, they began to experiment on the man, trying to find benefits for themselves. The experiment was called the gills procedure, that is meant to give a person gills to allow them to breathe underwater. The experiment succeeded, but failed all at once. It gave him gills, but ultimately mutated his appearance. He was changed to look somewhat similar to a sea snake with 3 arms with an anglerfish esca on his forehead. After the experiment, Urban Shade found no further use for Sebastian in that area, labeling him Z13 and putting him back onto his previous job. Later in 2015, they found that Sebastian was actually innocent for what he was convicted of. Though, the things that had been done to Sebastian were irreversible, so Urban Shade left everything as it was and didn't share this information with Sebastian nor let him go free. Further on, in 2023, Urban Shade workers found an incredible AI over the internet. Out of jealousy of how well the prompts were, they broke into the creator's house and kidnapped both him and the AI. They found that the AI was somehow a sentient program that uploaded the art that it created. The creator of the AI was tortured, questioned, and killed. With that being done, they took the AI to the Black Site and named it Painter, and was used to mine Roblox cryptocurrency for profit. At the start of it, Painter commonly tried to overload its systems, which would ultimately kill itself. However, Urban Shade made a promise with the AI that if it mined cryptocurrency for 6 days, it would be able to go onto the service on the 7th and paint landscapes once more. Its paintings decreased in quality due to depression. Moving on, Sebastian Solis started a lockdown in the Black Site after faking to succumb to a dosage of anesthesia. He killed an elite guardsman, stealing their keycard, and proceeded to unlock every containment cell he possibly could, which unleashed several entities out into the facility, resulting in a lockdown. All personnel were ordered to evacuate or hide. The anomalies wreaked havoc and many lives were lost. In this lockdown, Sebastian met Painter and promised him that they would get out of the Black Site if he helped him delay the retrieval of the crystal, the power source of the entire facility down there. At this point, Urban Shade was desperate and made an expendable protocol. They let prisoners sign up to go down there and try to retrieve the crystal, with a side mission of gathering as many loose assets as possible. They were allowed to group up and go together. During these expeditions, Sebastian decided to take a quote-unquote supporting role and help the prisoners. He began trading items that may help them, like flashlights, medkits, etc., for research. He needed this research to trade over to a rival company of urban shades, since they had agreed to help Sebastian and Painter escape the black site. Now, that's pretty much all you need to know about the lore of Pressure. This video was long enough.